Our eighth chapter is economic and occupation. So this word refers the whole lesson, okay? So first of all, before starting the chapter, as you know, what is meant by economy? Economy means what, students? Economic means production plus distribution plus consumption of goods and services. Yes, it is finance. It is related to finance. But when we earn the money, when we do a production plus distribution plus consumption. For example, we take here example, just look over there. Okay. Here, first of all, because of sun, the plants are growing, and when the plants are growing, what happened? The agriculture, like farmers are extracting raw materials, and after that, manufacturer like industries are converting that goods into that raw materials into goods. First of all, production. Production means what? When the raw materials convert into goods. And after production, what happened? What they did? Distribution. They distribute that goods. So, distribution. After production, what we did? Distribution. We distribute that goods through transportation, and after that, consumption. After distribution, we purchase that goods from where? From shops, and we consume that good. And this consumption, they consume that good. When consumer consume the good, it is called consumption. So this whole process through which we earn money from production, from distribution, and from consumption. This three process is called as economy. And from this three process, what we earn? Money. So indirectly or directly, economic in a short term, it is a finance. It is also called as finance, or to earn a money. Okay, so economy. Now economic is a relationship between producer and consumer. Producer who produces the good and consumer who consume the good. So when producers are producing the goods and consumer are consuming the good, what producer get? Producer get a money. Okay. Okay. So now wait till here what we saw. What is an economic? Now the main thing came here, that is what is an economic activity. Okay. So what is an economic activity? The activity of making, purchasing or selling the goods or services. The activity of making, purchasing or selling goods or services. So whenever any seller selling the goods and any purchaser or any buyer purchasing the goods, this whole activity is called as economic activity. So this economic activity is divided into three parts, that is primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. This wholly have three parts. This economic activity classified into three types, that is primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. So now what is primary sector? Can anyone tell me in a chat box what is primary sector? Because from a childhood, I think so, you're heard this primary sector word. Yes, raw material, okay, agriculture which produce raw material, okay. So primary sector means a sector which work on raw material. For example, agriculture, fishing. Primary sector is a sector where include agriculture, fishing, mining, and where we extract or harvest raw material. And after that, primary sector, what comes? Secondary sector. A secondary sector include manufacturing, like factories, industries. Okay. And in secondary sector, what did? Raw material converts into finished goods. Raw material convert into finished goods. For example, secondary sector examples like manufacturing industries, factories, and after that, tertiary sector. Tertiary sector includes service sectors. Okay. So for example, can anyone give me example of tertiary sector? Tertiary sector examples like? No, not occupation. Tertiary sector is a sector where includes services. Yes, okay, transportation anymore? Like media, tourism, teachers, doctors, this all occupation includes a tertiary sector. So, our classifications, our economic sector is divided into, or economic activities is divided into three types. That is primary, secondary, and tertiary sector. So before going further, what we will see, what is mean by GDP and what is mean by national income. That is also called gross national income. So gross national income is a measure as a country income within a given period of time. So gross national income. In a ninth standard, you heard this word gross national income. So what is mean by gross national income? Let me know. How many students know about this? A whole country or a total income which is given period of time. Within a given period of time, the total income which earned by the citizen or which earned by the country is called as gross national income. And what is gross domestic product? Gross domestic product is related to the production of a good or services that are generated within a country during a given period of time. For example, in a one year, the production of a goods and services in our country, the production of a goods and services is 3 crore. Okay, so this is our GDP. Okay, so gross domestic product means what? Gross domestic product is the major production of goods or services that are generated within a country during a given period of time. If you want to note down this definition, you can note down. I hope you have noted down all the definitions. Okay. So now the main part come here, that is economic activity of Brazil, India. As we all know, I am always this thing continuing that our whole 10th standard part is related to two countries, that is Brazil and India. So now also we are looking over there about Brazil and Indian economic activity. So now look at this pie diagram or pie chart over there. There are several questions behind you. There are several questions on your screen. We'll go one to one. Okay. So first is, which country has a higher percentage of population engaged in primary activities? So before going with this, what you will see over here, first is contribution of a sector. This two, just wait, okay. Okay, still I'm not asking any question. Don't put any answer in publicly. If you want to answer, write in privately, okay? Okay. So which country has a higher percentage of population engaged in primary activity? Okay, so engaged in primary activity. Just look over there. Which country engaged in? Yes, India. After that, next is in which country is the contribution of tertiary sector greater in the GDP? Yes, that is Brazil. Just look over there. Just look over there. This is 67% GDP in the Brazil. After that, in which country is the share of secondary activity more in GDP? Yes, Brazil. Just look over there. It is approximately 19%. Just sorry, not 19, 27.5%. After that, can we say that Brazil is an agrarian economic like India? Yes or no? Can we say that Brazil is an agrarian? No. Why so no? Why the answer is no? Yes. Because just look at over there. Look at over there. Look at the primary activities, students. India's primary activity. They are in India, the 48.8% people are engaged in primary activities such as agriculture, mining, and fishing over there. But only 10% of population they are engaged in primary activity, and the more percentage is in India. So we can say that India is more, the population of India is more engaged in agrarian economy, and Brazil is less as compared to India. Okay, so now this is the main over there, per capita income. As you heard over there, this word before also, if no, just put over there no, per capita income. If anyone having slight idea over there, per capita income, yes. Okay, someone tell me yes. So what is mean by per capita income? Yes, income of per person. Yes. But sorry, how you calculate per capita income? How you calculate per capita income? Yes, how you calculate per capita income, I show you. For example, per capita income, the formula of per capita income is total population income divided by total population. Total population income, total income of population divided by total population. For example, if the population is of any country, for I take an example, if the population is 1 lakh, okay, if the population is, or we take an example, if the population is 2000, okay, and the income is, the total income of population is 1 lakh, okay. Okay, just wait, students. 2000 and total population is 2000 and total income of population is 1 lakh, okay. Yes, so 500 per person. So our per capita income is 500 per person. Exactly correct. So the formula to find out or to calculate per capita income is total income of population divided by total population. So you will get so you will get per capita income. After that, just look at this chart. This is in your textbook also, I think. Okay. So there is a three country over that is Brazil, India, and US. Just look at this chart. What is given? Brazil is 240 in 1960 and India is 90. And afterward, US dollar, US dollar. It is calculated as a US dollar and US is 3,250. So they are told us in a textbook also, they are told us that is draw a polyline graph over there. Okay. So look at this. Look at this over there, students. This is a polyline graph. Okay. So just wait. So as compared Brazil per capita income, just look over there. The Brazil per capita income is 1960 is 240 US dollar, 240,000, okay, 240,000 US dollar. Afterward, in 1980, it is how much? It is getting increased. That is 2010 US dollar. Then 3060 US dollar and then 8840 US dollar. But if you're talking about India, so 90 US dollar. Afterward, if you're talking about USA in the 1960, in the year 1960, so it is 3,250. It is India is less than other and USA is much higher than other. That's why, as you all know, India is called as developing country, but USA is called as developed country. Why? Because there the population is low. But the more thing, the population is low and the people are busy in the working. But as the population is higher, the per capita income is so low. But USA population is so low, and not only that, Brazil population is much lower than India. And that's why if you're talking about per capita income in 2016, so just look over there, 8,840 in Brazil. The per capita income is 8,840. India, 1,680. And the USA per capita income is 56,280 US dollar. So India is still lower in 2016 also. And India per capita income is comparatively lower than if we are comparing with two countries, that is Brazil and USA. After that, this one is the exempted part, okay? This map, that is make friend with maps. This is now in this year, not in your syllabus, but for reference I took over there. Okay. So what is the main occupation? What is the main occupation in the Brazil? What are the main occupation in Brazil? That is agriculture, fishing, and mining. There are the three main occupations in Brazil, that is agriculture, fishing, and mining. We will go each and everything one by one. Okay, so first is Brazil. Just look over there. Brazil, if your country, Brazil country. If you're talking about Brazil country, the first main occupation is agriculture. And if you don't know, then I will told you that in Brazil you find a fertile soil, that is red soil in Brazil. And because of red soil and fertile soil, in the southern part of Brazil, there are mostly people busy in agriculture in the southern side, okay, southern part of Brazil. And here the main crop is rice and maize. The main crop, that is rice and maize. And if we are talking in the central part of Brazil, they are busy in production of maize. And not only that, if you are talking about commercial crops like coffee, cocoa, as I think you know what is mean by cocoa. Cocoa is the one crop, as you all know that. With the help of cocoa, you can make chocolates and all. Yes. Okay. After that, soya beans, rubbers. Then there are all commercial crops like coffee, cocoa, soya bean, rubbers. They are specially grown in Brazil and cultivated in a large scale. So major states which growing the coffee and busy in the coffee cultivations, that is Minas Gerais, Sao Paulo, and beside this crop, so many fruits like bananas, pineapples, orange are also grown in Brazil. Not this crops or not this fruits only grown in India. This type of crops also grown in Brazil. And as I told you in the 5th chapter, like in vegetation and wildlife, that Brazil is located in the equatorial part. And because of this, there is a abundant and there is a so much rainfall over there. And you find there are so many evergreen forests over there. Why? Because Brazil is located in the equatorial region. So because of that, you find so many species of fruits and vegetable over there. Okay, citrus fruit. Okay, someone asked me citrus fruit. Citrus fruit is a species, it's looking like an apple over there, okay? Not only that, if you're talking about cattle, so cattle like sheep and goats are also rare in savanna grassland. And in the south savanna grassland, where it is savanna grassland in Brazil, it is in south part. And so if we are talking about rearing and cattling, it is rarely happen in Brazil, but agriculture, because it is located in an equatorial region and there is so much fertile soil over there. So in the central part of Brazil and the south part of Brazil, you find so many people are engaged in a agricultural sector or agricultural occupation. Just look over there. There is some agricultural practice in Brazil or India. Okay, just look over there. Identify and write the practice, whether the practice in Brazil or India. So there are some picture over there. This is the coffee plantation harvesting. I told you Brazil is the country where coffee cultivation is in the higher stage. So coffee plantation, this coffee plantation and harvesting, this are you found in Brazil. After that, tea plantation harvesting. Tea plantation harvesting where you found in India. And where in India? In Orissa and in Sikkim side. Yes, in Assam, Sikkim, that side, okay? After that, cultivating rice. It is also called paddy cultivation. So where you found this cultivation rice? Yes, it in India. After that, prescribed burns. Where you found this prescribed burns? Okay. Well, now I told you one thing over there. There is a one in Brazil. Okay. In Brazil, as I told you, there are many forests over there, and especially in Amazon River Basin, nearby Amazon River Basin. So 90% or like 85% are reserved for, this is for your general knowledge purpose, okay? So 85% are reserved for forest area near the place of Amazon River Basin. 85% of place are reserved for forest area, and more than actually 85% or 5% or 10% reserved for any purposes. So because of this, what happened? The forest area are not converted into deforest area. And if anyone do this, that anyone try to cut the woods or anyone try to burn the forest, then there will be a severe punishment over there, because that place is 85% or more than 85% place is reserved for forest area nearby Amazon River Basin. Okay. After that, mining in Brazil. So does everyone know what is meant by mining? Let me know what is meant by mining. Mining means what, students? Okay. So mining, when we are extracting minerals or we are removing the minerals from ground or from land, inside the land, it is called as mining. So for mining, as everyone know, we want a place where there is no one living nearby that place, okay? Where there is not any residential or commercial area. Mining is taken into consideration where there is no any commercial or residential area. So if you're talking about mining in Brazil, the eastern part of Brazil is a area where mining is taken place, and we found over there the eastern part where the highly people engaged in Brazil. In which part? The eastern part of Brazil. And we found over there iron ore, manganese, nickel, copper, bauxite, tungsten and diamonds, and so many minerals. But because of inaccessibility, lack of knowledge, and potential reserve of resources and dense forest, there is a limitation over there in this occupation, in the mining occupation. But nowadays there is an increase of mining occupation, there is a demanded. Because of demand of minerals, nowadays people are engaged in mining occupation also in Brazil. Because of demand, because of increase in demand of minerals, nowadays mining occupation, so many people in Brazil, they are engaged in mining occupation. And not only that, Brazil is second in the iron ore productions and fifth in the manganese copper productions. Okay. So in the world, if you are talking about in overall world, Brazil is in second rank in the iron ore production and fifth in copper bauxite productions. So Brazil has a sea coast of 7,400 kilometers, and because of this, in the South Atlantic coast, you find out there there are large people engaged in fishing occupation in a South Atlantic coast. And because of meeting warm Brazil and warm and cold Brazil current, what happened? Coastal of southeast, that southeast side, because of warm and cold currents, the fishing is having large demand in a south side. Okay, in the south side, fishing is in a great demand because of warm and cold currents. And traditionally, in olden days, Brazil. In Brazil, fishing is when carried in small groups of individuals. The whole people are not engaged in a fishing. They have a certain group. In olden days, there are certain group over there, and only that group engaged in a fishing occupation. But nowadays, this is the fishing is also one of the great great demand, and because of that, so many people are engaged in a fishing occupation. And nowadays, there are so many techniques and equipments come over there for fishing. So with the help of this, fishing can do in a great way. So basically in Amazon River, basically in Amazon River, what happened? Fishing is in the Amazon River and the south side of Brazil. These two parts where the fishing is done in a great manner. Kilometer. And because of this, in the southern part and nearby the Amazon River, Brazil has the population of Brazil engaged in fishing occupation, where in a southern part and nearby Amazon River. Okay, so now go to the next. That is in India also there are the three main occupation over there. That is agriculture, fishing, and the next is mining. So one by one we will see each and every part. Just look over there before that, students. Okay, so this green color, okay, this green color, what it's denotes? Sugarcane, okay. This is not in your textbook, so don't think that it is in your textbook. This is for your reference. Okay. After that, this pink color is for cotton and this yellow color for jute. This little bit pink, this is for tea, and the black is for coffee. Now what we do, just first we will see that sugarcane, where the sugarcane crop is grown, okay, this green color. So just look over there in Punjab, in Haryana, then New Delhi, then Uttar Pradesh, after that Maharashtra, Karnataka. Here the sugarcane crops are grown. Afterward, cotton. Just look at this cotton. Where the cottons are grown, just give me the name. Just look at this on the map and write in the chat box where the cottons are grown. Just zoom the screen and write in the chat box. Okay, in Maharashtra. Okay, after that jute. Jute, where the jute crop is grown. Look at this yellow color, okay, students? Yes, West Bengal. Okay, and Bihar. After that, tea, where the tea is grown, mainly. Okay, Sikkim. Any more? Okay, very good, Shruti. Any more? Okay, West Bengal. Very good, Anugrah. Okay, Swayam. Okay, Kerala. After that, coffee. Where the coffee is grown. Where the coffee is grown, mainly in India. Just look at this map. Yes, Kerala. Okay, Karnataka. Okay. Okay, very good, students. So I hope that you understand where and which crops are grown. Okay. So now we will move to the agriculture in India. Okay, in a whole part. So if you are talking about agriculture in India, so because of population, as we all know, 60% of a person are engaged in a agricultural area. Before that, there is a 68% people engaged in agricultural area. But nowadays, so many people are getting migrate. They are moving from rural to urban areas. So now percentage is going little bit decreased. And now 60% of population are engaged in agricultural area. But because of that, what happened? Why the population are engaged in agricultural area? Because there is a appropriate climate over there. There is a appropriate land over there. Appropriate land over there. And basically in India, there are the population. They are engaged in India. The whole population, that is 60% of people that is engaged in India. And not only that, there is a appropriate climate, proper fertile soil, and because of that, the many of people, they are engaged in a primary occupation, that is in agricultural sector. So as